Greetings, feelings. Welcome back. Today we're playing Redemption Cemetery, Curse of the Raven. I've played a little bit of this to check that it works, but I've not seen too much of it. There is an opening cutscene that only plays once when you boot up the game, so I've had to close this window a couple of times and reopen it just to get to this point, so that you can all witness the story, because without this you would be lost. Oh no! Boogity boo! Welcome, Diana. We're just crashing a car. I think that actually might be it. Oh no, there's the spooky crow. Caw-caw. That's it. Let me quickly delete that one. Yeah, delete. Yes. There we go. Let's just get stuck in. We're gonna play regular mode again. Just cause yeah. Cause like I'm not a pro. I'm not a elite gamer. Oh, my head. What happened? I need to get some help. Oh no, the gates have locked behind us. The gates just shut themselves. Would you like to use some interactive help? No, thank you. I have played enough hidden object games by this point. We found a metal rod. Okay. There's a crow over there, giving us some hint. This tombstone is too heavy to move with our bare hands. Ah, first puzzle. Here we go. Nameplate piece. There we are. So we can go a couple of different directions. Let's just do some exploring. What do we got around here? Spooky scarecrow. This grave has a statue of a hooded woman, but there's no name. Well, the scarecrow is clearly not doing its job, so. What about this? This statue appears to be mourning the dead buried here. And again, there's no nameplate. Somebody's been lighting all the candles, though, so there's that, at least. Oh, hello, Raven. Have you got some other clue for me? Oh, there's some spooky eyes over there. Whatever's in this tree, I'd rather it just stay here. This is a recess where the name of the deceased should go. Died in a fire. That's, I'm not sure that's how the newspaper would report this. A little girl and her father died last week when their house caught fire and they were unable to escape. Good. It's just a regular empty bucket. Seems her name was Anne-Marie. So young. What a shame. A house. Maybe someone's home and can help me get out of here. The door won't budge even a little. I mean, these fences don't seem completely insurmountable. Alright, we're looking for a nameplate piece. 2 umbrellas. Frying pan, hourglass, snowflake, spyglass, seashell, padlock, feather, 2 birds, teapot, notes, scarf, horn, belt, dish. That's a scarf. There's a hourglass. There's some notes. What else? Nameplate piece. Oh, this is sparkling. What's this? Well, there's the nameplate piece. Padlock. Padlock. There's a seashell. We're looking for some birds. Is that a bird up there? Difficult to tell. I'm not going to click on it until I'm sure. There's a horn. Snowflake, spyglass. It's a teapot. There's a kettle over here. It's not a teapot, but they might just use the same word. There we are. Padlock? Padlock. Feather. Birds. Umbrellas. Umbrellas? Umbrellas. There's an umbrella. What else? Pan. That's a pan. Belt. Belt. Dish. It's not a scarecrow, it's a scared crow. Ah. A past tense scared crow. Feather, 2 birds. Umbrella. Yeah, this one doesn't have zoom. There's the belt. There's the other umbrella. Umbrelli. Oh, and that gravestone's now gone down. Okay, I'm still looking for a dish. There's this tray over here. Does this count as a dish? Well, there's a dish up here. There we are. Alright, still looking for 6 things. Snowflake. There's a snowflake. It's a drawing on the ceiling. Hello, dear. Thanks for joining us. We're playing a very spooky game where we're currently trying to find padlocks, feathers, and birds. Sonic 06. I do actually own that game. Is that a bird? That is a bird. I do own a copy of Sonic 06. It's the PS3 version, which is like actually the worst version, because the Xbox version really cuts down on load times. Well, they say spyglass. Do you think they made magnifying glass? No, they don't. Yeah, so Sonic 06 speedruns are actually super interesting. Because they have... What is going on with my cables? They have... Sonic 06 is an incredibly glitchy game, but it's glitchy in very predictable ways. So if you just know... It's like black magic. You just have to know where to... oh, there's the spyglass. You just have to know how to abuse it, how to use the game's tricks against you, really. But yeah, I own the PS3 version because I was never an Xbox kid. I was actually mostly a Nintendo kid growing up, but then I got a second-hand PS3 so I could play the Metal Gear games. Featherbird padlock. Featherbird padlock. Is this a feather? No, it's not. I might ask for a hint from the gargoyle. Oh, that's a bird. Of course, eagle is bird. Right, so we're still looking for a feather and a padlock. I keep looking at this and thinking this is a padlock, but it's not. It's like a winch hook or something. At least I think that's what it is. This isn't one. Oh, okay. That was a padlock. Cool. I found another nameplate piece. Whigb. Alright. So now we can assemble this nameplate, I guess. I've restored the name to this grave. Did it just get colder?
This graveyard is cursed, and we cannot leave.
Cursed by a raven?
And we will try and help you. My daughter died in a fire because I couldn't save her. Please, help me save my little girl.
Okay. Or we can go into the past. The curse of the raven is help ghosts with time travel. How did I get here? Oh no, someone's trapped in that house.
Help us! My daddy and I are trapped in here. Please hurry.
Okay. Wait, that's the little girl from the graveyard, but she was dead. There's a magpie over here. We'll take that. A lighter shell. We'll take a newspaper. We'll take an awl. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Exactly. This is all of those things. Is there anything else we can click on? Nope, doesn't look like it. To the door. There's some cleaner. The key is in the lock on the other side of the door. Oh, we know this puzzle. We know this puzzle. There we go. Originated in Zork 2, I believe. And like every adventure game that's ever been made uses it. There's smoke everywhere. I need to clear the room. Okay, well, let's open the window. The window is jammed. I can't open it. Ah, okay. So what? I can't go downstairs until the fire out. There's a statuette. Can we just smash the window with that? Yeah, there we are. That clears the smoke. Meowdy kitty cat herder. Yeah, I think in Extremis, we should be able to just punch the window. When people's lives are in danger, I think... And there's also... Oh, is the game frozen? Has my everything frozen? I really don't have... I hope I don't have problems like I was having last time. For some reason, my computer's just been bad recently. Okay, there we are. Right, I think this barrel is full, but it's too heavy. Too heavy to lift. Why couldn't you use a chair to bust open the window? Who knows? In all of these adventure games, it's always a case of, like, you're only allowed to do the bandage. Brush. I mean, there's all sorts of things that you could... Chair-proof glass, exactly. Oh my god. Come on, computer. I'll need a bandage, a pair of scissors, and some glue to put this stool back together. Okay. Alright, so we need to... Too heavy to lift. Well, none of our items help with that. So let's just continue... Oh, ouch, the handle is hot. Oh, there's something up here. It's too dark, I can't see anything. Okay. I found a fuse. Seems like every screen transition the game freezes up for a moment. Oh, that's my uncle. Why do you need to fix the stool? Who knows? 6385. Make that down. Make that down? Write that down. What else? What else? So we need to shift this, obviously. Ooh, is there something under the rug? That tripped me up last time with, in Shadow of the Comet. Oh, my lord, come on. I need a new computer. But money and effort. Okay. Do any of our items help here? No, probably not. Oh, somebody redeemed for a bad joke. Okay. Let me think if I have a cemetery chair-proof glass, not stool-proof glass, obviously. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, you can use a stool for this task, but not this perfectly good chair. Oh dear. I'm trying to think if I know any like crow-themed bad jokes, jokes about ravens. I know that there was a joke about like a raven that was trying to get people to donate to charity, and when people asked what the charity was called, the raven just squawked 4 times, for good cause. This is too heavy to move, but we don't have anything like a Oh, there's a hammer here. Okay, we'll do that. There we go. We did it. Now we can go downstairs. We did it. We solved fire. Electricity is shooting through the water. I need to cut the power. The switch does nothing. The fuses need replacing. Okay. This is... Blop. Oh, it's a magic square again. Okay, cool. Let me just try and remember how magic squares go. 9, 4, 1. The thing about magic squares like this is that they should be symmetric. That's not going to work. Okay, right. So 9, 8, and 7 need to not be lined up. That's probably a good place to start. We could put the 4 here. 9 plus 4, that makes 13. Put 2 in the middle. 4 plus 7, that makes 11. That's not going to work. What do we swap these two around? 8 plus 4, that's 12, plus 3. 2 plus 7 is 9, plus 6. 9 plus 3. No, that doesn't work either. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that worked. Right. Wires need replacing. Okay, so blue goes to here. Pink goes to here. Green goes to here. Blue goes to here. Red goes to here. Yellow goes to here. Don't know why I need to trace that one. Clonk. Now, I'm not sure. I'm not an electrician, but I feel like if the wires were cut and the fuses were broken, this wouldn't be shorting. There is water all over the floor. Well, let's just brush it up. Oh, there's a ladder here, but I'll need to put out these flames before I can take this. You asked for a fun fact. Okay. Let me think of a crow-based fun fact. Stringed instrument, screwdriver, light bulb, mousetrap, 2 swords, broccoli, envelope, scissors. 2 planes, cabbage plunger, spatula. Do we need a mousetrap? We do. 5 bells, a bobber, a pick, and an axe. Okay. Well, there's the axe. Okay. I have a fun fact for you. Or I thought I did, but I must have forgotten it. Okay. Crows are members of the corvid family. It is they are widely considered to be some of the most intelligent birds. The family also includes magpies and jays. A pick and an axe, but not a pickaxe. No. Is that a pick? That's a pick. There's a bell. Whenever it's like a person's house, the guy who taught crows to rob people. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. They can understand currency, can corvids. Like you can teach them about money and things. This was quite interesting. There were two different. There was an aeroplane and there was a wood plane. So it was a nice little subversion there. Subversion of expectations. Yeah, no. Crows and ravens and magpies are all incredibly intelligent. And it's remarkably easy to make friends with them. Oh, they also shouldn't be confused with Australian magpies, which are, I think they're not corvids. They're something different. They might be, though. I don't know much about Australian corvids. In Australia, there was... yeah, they used to bring him stuff, so he gave them bread, and when they brought him a £5 note, he got them nicer bread, so they stole more money to get better food from him. Yeah. Now that 100% tracks. Australian magpies are viciously territorial, to the point that there is a period of the year, I forget whenabouts it is, called swooping season, when if you go outside, you will get swooped. There's a cabbage. I was still looking for a couple of swords. Is this a sword? No. Dagger is not sword. We also need a broccoli. Is that broccoli? That's broccoli. Really awful broccoli. Oh, this guy's also got human skulls in his house. No further questions, Your Honor. There's a bell. Oh, there's a spatula. So we just need to find 2 swords. Found a halberd. Is that a sword? That's a sword. And... it's very intense music for a point-and-click game. Well, when you think about it, what is a cannon if not a long-ranged sword? I cannot see a sword. Let's ask for a hint. Oh, it's hidden up here in the cobwebs. There we are. Found an axe. Well, I can think of a number of puzzles that could be solved with an axe. The vise is too tight, and I can't get the screwdriver. I can take the scissors, though. Oh, what was that number we wrote down? 6385. The glass is too dirty. Oh, well. There we go. Found gloves. Well, that's good. That means we can... oh no. Put out the flames before we can take this. Okay. Right. The dumbwaiter engine is missing a pulley. Oh, hydrating and stretching. Thank you. Alright. Use gloves on door. This must be Anne-Marie's father. He must have died trying to save Anne-Marie. Ooh. Don't have time for you, mate. Oh, no! I need to extinguish the fire first. Okay. Ah, kitchen. Well, we can definitely find... The dumbwaiter is not working. Okay. Need a crowbar to open it. Okay. Yeah. Two wine glasses, 2 light bulbs, alarm clock, clothespin, footprint, 2 spoons, perfume grater, whale clock, heart, knife. Is that a knife? That's a knife. Lace, tree, fish, fly. Okay, well there are flies flying around, but I'm going to guess that it doesn't mean those. Is that an alarm clock? That is an alarm clock. There's a footprint. Not going to ask how it got on the back of a kitchen cabinet. There's 1 light bulb. Whale. Clock. Okay, clock and alarm clock are different objects. That's what confused me. It's a little bird. Daw. There's the other light bulb. Spoons. 1. 2. There's the fish. Is the glass next to a flower pot meant to be a wine glass? Are we looking for wine glasses? Oh, we are. Oh, I saw one up here. That was also a wine glass. Yep. You're right to be shocked and appalled, dear, because that was not a wine glass. When you think about it, what are trees but really large flowers? There's the perfume. Is that a clothespin? No, that's the handle of a dustpan. Oh, there's the whale. Still need a clock, and that doesn't count. Is that a clock? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we just need a tree and a clothespin. I mean, if it was clothespin, then... but it's probably not. They probably mean something else. I'm just going to continue to judge this guy's living conditions. He's dead. Who cares? But he's got like an apple with like 1 bite. It's not even half eaten, just with 1 bite taken out of it. It's not gone brown, so this must have been really recent. I mean, admittedly, the guy's house is on fire. So maybe he was in the kitchen eating an apple, and then the house caught fire and he went upstairs to save his daughter. But, still looking for this clothespin. I remember in the Sweeney Todd game, we had a lot of trouble with clothespins. But, yeah, I think a lot of this stuff is not a result of the fire, but just a result of, what's his name, Wigby, being an absolute slob. Let's have a hint. Oh, is that a tree? It's like a little car air freshener thingy. This room confuses you? In what way? Like, geometrically? Or, like, by the assortment of things that they have. Whereas the oven and the sink are over on the left. When we zoom out, I'll show you. But we just need to find a clothespin first. There it is. Right on the windowsill, see? Found a knife. Yeah, so there's the oven. The sink is here. We were only searching this corner of it. Okay, so we have a knife. Time to go around knifing everything. These boards look old and weak. Chop. Chop. I could reach this shelf if I... Oh! I could reach the shelf if I put something here. We know what that is. Got a vise handle. Great. Okay. What's the thing on the side next to the washing machine? That's a... I don't know what that is. I thought it was a microwave, but it's got the door oriented vertically like no microwave I've ever seen. There's the bread bin. I have no idea what this is. It could be a weird, like, vertical microwave. Like, I don't know where the people who made this game are from. But, toaster oven. What on earth is a toaster oven? It's like an oven, but small and good for toast. Okay. So it's exactly what it sounds like. Oh, there's a crowbar. I need something long to reach it. Oh. Yeah, I've never seen one of these. Really handy for reheating pizza, but I mean, like, you've got a microwave for that. Oh, I found some glue. Haha, I think that's all I need to fix the stool. Because this won't work. We need this. Also good, I mean... It sounds like it just fulfills all the roles of... microwave a pizza and you will cry. It's the best way to reheat them. Okay. We can't use the glue. Oh, hang on. You need to snip the top off first. There is no way that this is going to support a grown adult's weight. There we go. I don't know. I have a sandwich press for toasted sandwiches, and for everything else, I will either use a toaster or a microwave. This rug could be of use, but it's stuck under the furniture. Anne-Marie and her father. I hope I can get to her in time. Ooh, I can repair the lighter here if I find all the parts. Well, bleh. Okay, we've got a ballerina. An oven, a coffee machine, and a toaster. I mean, even a coffee machine sounds unnecessary to me. Yeah, fight fire with lighter. This is probably the problem. Well, actually, no. I was going to say he has a fireplace burning here, but, like, none of this stuff in this room is burned. So, clearly this... And also this room is boarded up? Oh, no, unless... yeah, there's another door down there. Okay. Can we just put the rug over this? This might work if the carpet was wet. Oh, okay. Why couldn't you just move the furniture out of the way if you wanted to use the carpet? We're in a hurry. We don't have time for fannying about like that. I found a valve. Cool. So I can't just, like... Ah, here's an idea. What if we use the carpet to soak up all the water? Yeah, there we are. Okay. Then we use the wet carpet. We carry the wet carpet around with us. Put it over this bit. And go through here. And we're now upstairs. Okay, we've got a broom. I know what we can use that for. We'll use that for... Oh, come on, mate. It's happening again. Okay. We got a broom. We got a watch. Clock is stopped at 10:05. I'm sure that is valuable. This door is locked. This door is not. Oh, there's another ballerina. This one's covered in wax. Found a ruler. Okay. Found a winch handle. Handle for this lock is gone. I'll need to find a replacement. Okay. 2 pieces of the relief are missing. Okay. We can go in here. The valve is missing from this faucet. There we go. Let's just waste water. We found a weight. What can we get in here? Pliers. Great. Good. I think that's it. Can we not take these towels with us? Cover these in water? Wear them like armor? Oh no! These flaming beams are blocking my path. Okay, well we have a broom which we can use to get the crowbar. Oh, this is lit up again. Is there another puzzle here? Ballet slippers, watering can. I think I've seen some of these things already. Ballet slippers, watering can. I feel like some of these things I took mental notes of the first time I was here. Smoking pipe. Or smoking pipe. 2 umbrellas. God, how many umbrellas does this guy need? Wall clock. 2 carrots. 2 bunches of carrots. A dust pan. 3 hooks. There's a hook. There's a hook. A halberd. We've seen that before. By the end of this game, we're actually just have like completely tidied this guy's house, by which I mean robbed it of all its valuables. Is that a hook? 3 locks. Lock. 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 A wrench. Boots. A brush. An alarm. And a pin. There's a pin. There's the watering can. Smoking pipe somewhere. Dustpan. Dustpan? We tidied up your vault. You robbed me. Semantics. Yeah, those are semantics, aren't they? Lantern. Wrench. Okay. Boots. Brush. There's the smoking pipe. It's not robbery, just surprise permanent borrowing. Yep, absolutely. Those are boots. Thank you, kitty cat herder. I worked hard on that pun. There's a brush. Now we just need an alarm. Now, an alarm could be all sorts of things to all sorts of people. Are they talking about, like, an egg timer? Are they talking about an alarm clock? Are they talking about a klaxon or a tannoy system? I'm just going to use a hint. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Oh, they do mean an alarm clock. Okay. Alright, we found a wrench. Okay. So we can go to the kitchen with this crowbar. And we can crowbar it open. And in there is the inside of a lighter. Of course. Okay. Oh, and this place is sparkling again. I guess there's some more things for us to find. Salt shakers. 2 envelopes. A rolling pin. A thumbtack. A butterfly. I saw a butterfly. There it is. 2 bottles. Bottle 1. Bottle 2. A snowman. There's the snowman. Glasses. I presume they mean spectacles rather than drinking glasses. An oil can. Those are like sort of like this oil can. Thread. There's a bobbin there. Glass. I think this means a drinking glass now. There it is. A crow up there. Here's another bonus fun fact for you. That was not a crow, that was a blackbird. It had black feathers, but it had a yellow beak and feet, which means it was not a crow. Crows have black beaks and feet. Soap, a hare, a pipe, and a bat. Now, do they mean like a cricket bat or like a creature bat? There's a creature bat on the toaster oven, which has been jammed with a whisk. Right. Wait, what do we get from that? Oil can. Okay. Now, I think it's great that instead of taking this can of oil with us, or can of lighter fuel, it's probably like paraffin or something, we have to do that. Like, the can of fuel is just on the windowsill. That's just like a permanent fixture of the household. There we are, melting all the wax. They could have used like any color for candle wax. That's it. That's the thought. Okay. There's a puzzle here. Right. Boop. 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 I'm not entirely sure by what logic the things rotate. Green, then red, then purple, then yellow, then blue, then green. Now, purple, then yellow, then red, then green, then blue, then purple. Okay. Green, red, yellow, green, purple, blue, purple. And then we have a key. We got the one from the dead guy. Now I have to put the lid... I'll need something to remove these gears, like a screwdriver. Like a screwdriver. Okay. We've got some gears. We've got some What is this? It's too tight to unscrew with my hands. Oil it up. Oh, okay, no, don't oil it up. Ah. And then we put gears here, and here, and here. We have metal gears. Now we use the oil can. There we go. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Okay. Fireplace shovel. I'm going to try and do things in order. That's not that. That's a trowel. Fireplace shovel. There it is. Alloy gear. Yep. Wooden cog. Butterflies. There's one. There's two. A loudspeaker is up here. 2 slippers. Right. 2 pairs of slippers. Imagine a hidden object game in the house of a person who, like, only kept things they absolutely needed and also kept everything tidy. Just wouldn't work. Those apparently were slippers. I would argue against that, but horseshoe, handprint, seashell, mittens, turbine. I've seen a turbine. There it is. 4 hats. 1, 2, 3. 4. A pulley. There's a pulley. There's a wheel. A horse, a cow, a pen, and a tie. Right. There's a cow. There's a tie. There's a pen. And just a horse. Ah, there's a little wooden horse. Found a pulley. Oh, there's a puzzle over here. Okay. This looks rather complicated. Hopefully the instructions are somewhere in the house. Okay, so I can't build it until I have instructions. I'll need to repair the winch motor first. Okay. Ha 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 ha. 10:05. Found a relief piece. Oh! Welcome, rabbit. Exclamation mark. S-O. Rabbit. Welcome, raiders. We're playing a spooky hidden object game. Oh, and Zoe's here as well. Welcome, Rabbit. Welcome, Green Glonk. Welcome, Gauntlet Queen. Very glad to have you all here. We're trying to save a little girl from a burning house. And to that end, we're collecting any objects that isn't nailed down. I think we needed... Did we need the pulley downstairs? Missing a pulley. Well, there we are. No? Okay. Just tell the fire no. Legally, it can't hurt you if you don't give it your consent. I guess I should put this wire together. Yeah. Just tell the fire stop. What else? Got some pliers, got a ruler. I feel like we're missing something. Oh, okay, here we are. Knife open the sack and collect another relief piece. Okay. Well, we know where to put those. There we are. Okay. Now we just have to I guess that goes to the top. It looks like a ship or a boat. That's probably right. Alright, that's the outer ring done. Nope, that is incorrect. This doesn't look right. No, okay, I've got everything that's slightly skew with. There we go. It's so confusing. What are any of these objects? Oh, okay, no, I've assembled it all, and now I rotate it. There we go. Okay, we did it. And inside, an office key. Okay. Use office key on office. Oh, good lord. Man, this guy was such a slob. Really? I mean, in the privacy of your own home, this is fine, but, like, leaving it lying about, honestly. Alright, insulating tape. Down there. A dumbbell. Down there. That would be awful to have under your desk, by the way. You would be bumping your toe all the time. 2 gloves. It's a lot of items, yep. And I'm going to bet that we use at most one of them once we finish tidying up. We need a dustpan. There it is. We need a printer. We need 2 keys. Number 1 and number 2. We need a candy. Those sure are boxing gloves, aren't they? Though. He's got a backwards globe too. I love backwards globes. Those are my favorite kind of them. This is candy? That's like a thing of refreshers or something. We need a camel. I saw a camel. My eyes glazed over it. Look for all the superfluous items to get the useful one. Well, the thing is, we need insulating tape to repair the wire in the basement to make the dumbwaiter work. So, insulating tape is probably actually going to be the one useful item. I saw a camel. Maybe I saw a camel on a different screen, rather. No, we'll skip that one and come back to it. We need a cable. There it is. That looks like a death cable to me. We need a radio. There's a radio. Really old-timey radio, considering he's got an inkjet printer and a telephone. We need a comb. There's a comb. We need a mask. Is that a mask? That was a mask. Hair. Bell. Bell. Thing is, because he's got a lot of items are concentrated here and down here, but there is also stuff in these like cabinets and the back of the office. We need a car. There it is. We need a bag. A bag. Bag is behind the bookshelf, thank you. It's like an old school satchel kind. Now we're just looking for a camel. I might use a hint. Oh no, there it is. It's in the curtains. We'd asked to look for a. Okay, there we are. Insulating tape. I could put this wire to good use. Okay. Yoink. I need a key. If I can remove these screws, I could take the door panel. Okay. I'm sure that's gonna help. Right, we can fix the electricity now. Maybe not the whole dumbwaiter, because we don't have an extra pulley, or it didn't let me have the pulley. Yeah, okay, there we are. The dumbwaiter engine is missing a pulley. But not this pulley. Okay. Unless it, like, they say pulley, but they mean belt. So I don't know. We have a pulley, we have a wire. What could this wire be useful for? Ah, put the pulley there. Put that there. I need a hook if I want to lift anything. We don't have a hook yet. Okay. So we have... This isn't going to work because the power's off. I feel like it must be something in the upstairs that we've missed. We need to put out these flames before we can take this. Okay, so we can't get a ladder just yet. I imagine ladder is actually going to be the final puzzle, because we need to save the child, and a ladder seems like the most useful, obvious thing to do with that. Smoke is coming from downstairs, but like I don't. This fire seems weirdly selective. Handle for the lock is gone. I'll need to find a replacement. Or, you know, just like... What about that statuette that you used to smash the previous window? What's in here? Nothing. Oh. A screw. What about all of the other screws that I had been unscrewing from things? What makes this screw special? Oh, there's the titular raven. And we can use the door panel for this. Bureau key. I need something flat to open the window. Aha! Like a ruler. We've done it. Oh, we haven't done it.
Please help me. Hey, where's my daddy?
Sorry, kid. You ain't got a daddy no more. The fire is too strong to get to Anne-Marie. I'll have to find another way. What, even with, like, a wet rug? Okay. We got a bureau key. Or a bureau key. Oh, this is sparkling again. Well, I'll come back to you. There's something in here. Arrange the books on the empty shelf to reveal the instructions behind them. Okay. That sounds like a puzzle. Oh, I think this is going to be kind of actually difficult. Okay, what if we put like... Okay, put that book there, and then that book on top of it. And then... Oh, come on, no! No. Come on, PC. This game is from, like, 2011. You cannot be struggling with this. There we are. Okay. Right. So I think we don't have books that are like similar heights, do we? And this one I think is 3 units wide. So we have to put that there. We could put... How much space is there if we rotate one of these? Okay. I think I've got the idea. Put that down like that. Like that. Like that. No, that's not going to work. We need space for these 2 long boys. So why don't we just put those like the, like there. Voila. Yeah. We've got the instructions. Now we can rebuild the generator in the upstairs. Oh no, I'll probably do this. I'll do this puzzle now. Boxing gloves. There we are. Snowflake. There we are. 2 hangers. There and there. 3 letters. 1, 2, 3. 3 arrows. There's one in the curtains here. It's probably really difficult to see on stream, but like, there it is. We need another one. It's on the spine of this book. We need a compass. Well, there's a pair of compasses. We need 2 birds. There's a toucan. And there's a peacock. A hooker. There we are. Phone. Scarf. Quill. Ball. Fuse. Is that a fuse? That's a fuse. We also need a ship, a cup, and a hat. There we are. We found a fuse. Cool. Well, there's a fuse box downstairs, but I don't know if that's actually... Right. Okay, so it's like this thing at the back, then the big thing, and then all the other things go inside the big thing. This thing at the back. Part base must be placed first. There's the long boy. There. Nope. There we go. The engine's not connected. Ah, we need the cable there. Ah, we don't have a belt. Huh. What do we still have? We still have a fuse, but that's just like, that just goes in there. So we're still missing a belt. Not in this room, not in... Wait, unless... No. Right, we've now used up all of our inventory, which means there must be something else we're missing. What about in here? Nothing in there, nothing up here, nothing up there. Nothing. Lots of nothing. Nothing around here. Nothing around here. Nothing down here. Ah. So what? Where is this belt that we've missed? Unless it's another puzzle that we can solve first. Did I just like... Was it in Anne-Marie's room and I just forgot? No, there's nothing of use in here. Okay. Engine's not connected. Steal the dad's belt right off his pants. Could do. There was a sparkle in Anne-Marie's room? Ah, okay, there's a hook. The hook is too hot to take it barehand. What happened to the gloves I had earlier? Were they like single-use gloves? Alright. Okay, well, we'll need that hook eventually. But not right now. We can't take it right now. No. Dad belt doesn't work. Nothing to do right now. Those leather gloves you picked up dissolved after one use. Yeah. You know, that's what they say about leather, you know. Is you can only use it one time and then it just completely disintegrates. Was there anything outside the house that we missed? I don't think so. Yeah, leather is famously easy to destroy. Okay. Right, leave here, go up. Returns to the cow from whence it was tanned. Yep. Nothing in here. I could consult the strategy guide. Oh, this is the collector's edition, by the way. So if anything is different from the edition that you're used to, that's why. I cannot believe we ransacked this guy's entire room, and the only things that we found was like a shaver with a electrical cable and a bit of insulating tape. Nothing to do here. I'm just going to use the hints. Wait until we find something of value. Don't judge me. Aha! We can get a tongs. Okay. Well, we can use that to get the hook at least. But I don't know that that helps us in the long run. Because we still need the belt. The belt is still the thing that we're missing. Sorry, game's just frozen again. Sparkled by the family portrait above the fireplace. Oh no, that was just a picture you can inspect. There wasn't an item there. There wasn't an item. I don't think there was. I can go back and double check. But I think that was just us, like, looking at it and saying, oh, Anne-Marie and her dad. It's such a shame that he's dead, but hopefully I can save her. Something like that. Ugh. Come on, game. Actually, when did this come out? Oh, there we are. We're back in. Or as I moved away. This game came out in 2011, so yeah, 11 years ago. Tonks. Anything else in here? Hey, Anne-Marie, you don't happen to have a belt I can borrow, do you? Let's go and install the hook at least. That's that. Need to repair the winch motor. Ah, okay. So that now this has opened this up. Alright, 2 umbrellas. Umbrella 1. And... Umbrella 2... Yeah, I see the belt right there. That's got to be it. Usually the way they like to do it is to have one umbrella folded up and the other umbrella unfolded. So I'm looking for a folded up umbrella now. There it is. A dragonfly. Huh. Maybe we'll come back to that one. Carabiner is up here. 2 beads. There's 3 of them. And when it says 2 beads, it means 2 sets of beads. There's the other one. A hammer. Well, there's a violin. Razor scarf. There's the razor. There's the scarf. There's a spade. There's a hand. There's a gear. There's a belt. There's a bird somewhere, I'm sure. There's a fish. There's a cat. Fun fact about leather. So a lot of people these days are turning to vegan leather to avoid like animal cruelty and stuff like that. But pleather, like plastic leather, is actually like much worse for the environment. Like a good proper leather thing can be very hard wearing and can last for a long time. Pleather is like microplastics and stuff. But there is another alternative. There is a way of making vegan leather that doesn't involve plastic, and it's kombucha. So kombucha is a sweetened fermented tea drink, and it there's the hammer. Because it's like fermented with yeast, and yeast is like a living fungus, it starts to like form a skin, which is called a SCOBY. And if you leave this SCOBY for long enough, it'll build up layer after layer after layer, and you'll eventually get a piece that's thick enough that you can treat it, and you can make vegan leather that way. And yeah, fungal leather. It's great. It's really cool. There's lots of tutorials online about how to make your own vegan leather. And the thing about yeast is, because it's a living creature, if you keep it fed and just like take the SCOBY off it from time to time, and just keep the thing topped up, it'll just keep making more and more of it. Even without very much treatment, it does... what is this? Even without a lot of treatment, it can be a pretty good alternative. So yeah, vegan leather, kombucha leather is like the environmentally friendly hook. Okay. Can we use the hook to get the ladder? And save the child that way? Nope. Okay. Where can we use a hook? Fungi are close to animals than they are plants. Some species are predators that trap nematodes and other microbes. Yeah, fungi are fascinating. Like, a lot of people look at them and assume, oh, they're like plants. But they are so much more than that. I've been watching a couple of great documentaries about fungi, because they are really just absolutely incredible. They enter into symbiotic relationships with a load of different species. What do we use a hook for? Like there's a something that mycologists refer to is the wood wide web, which is essentially so fungi don't have roots like plants do. They have what are called mycelia. Fungi are fun guys, but they're awful at parties. What was I saying? Yeah, so mycelia can transmit information, in a sense, really rapidly across entire woodlands. Yeah, they're just amazing, amazing little things. If I had the brain for biology, I think mycology would be my field, because there's just so much interesting stuff in there. But then again, I'm also the sort of person that can't specialize. I find myself physically incapable of like picking one thing and sticking to it. What can we use a hook for? Why can we not just use the hook to withdraw the ladder? Okay, we've turned the power back on. Great. Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons I have a fun fact redeem for channel points is just because like I'm so interested in so many things and can never like pick one thing to dedicate all of my efforts to. So I have very broad but very shallow knowledge on a number of different topics. So, you know, I'm saying now, oh yeah, I'd probably have been a mycologist. Can you open the dumbwaiter in the kitchen? We might be able to. I hear the sound of the engine, but the elevator does not move. Okay, so we need another belt. Can we not just take the belt off the attic machine now that we've used it? Oh, we can. Cool. Excellent idea. Right, there we are. Down you go. Now, we can go here. Grab this. We can take this up to the bathroom to fill up a bucket with water. Like that. Thankfully, we don't have to wait in real time. So much you have to do just to get a bucket. Yep. Found a full bucket. Okay. Well, let's try extinguishing all the fires. It'll have no sense to use a single bucket of water at such a strong fire. Okay, what about the one in Anne-Marie's room? Nope. Don't even give me the option. Okay. What about the one downstairs? It's still too hot over there. Aha! Take ladder. Now we leave. And we just taunt Anne-Marie with the ladder and say, haha, I've got a ladder and you're stuck in a burning house. There we are. We did it. We've done it. We solved a Curse of the Raven. I get the feeling that because there were 2 other gravestones without names.
Thank you for saving my daughter. Now I can rest peacefully, knowing she is safe. For that, I will help you. One of the graves here belongs to Catherine Stewart. Find it, and perhaps she can help you further.
So why did he come back as a ghost? And why did... shout out to the fire for being so polite and taking his time. Why did he get a second chance by coming back as a ghost, but the little girl didn't? Like that... doesn't seem fair to me. Alright. Hammer and chisel, teddy bear, dragonfly, barometer, goblet, 2 jugs. Is that a goblet? No, that's not a goblet. There's the dragonfly. Hammer and chisel on the wall there. There's the barometer. Alright. Goblets are stemware, aren't they? They have a... that's like the defining thing about them. 2 jugs. There's one, I guess. And that? No. That? Oh, that wasn't a goblet. That wasn't a jug. That was a ball, apparently. We need some salt. There's the salt. Zebra. There's a zebra. There's a musk. There's a sock. There's an iron. There's a cat. Okay, now I've run out of steam. Is that a ruler? That is. It's one of those fancy folding kinds. A broom. Oh, they love brooms in these games, don't they? If only somebody in one of these games who owned a broom tidied their dang house. Hey, you own like 20 brooms. Why don't you use them? That's not quite right. Okay. Can we use hammer and chisel on that? No, we can't. Alright, let's go over here. There we go. Wow, we are really good at this.
You must help me. I was killed at home as I slept in my bed. My soul cannot find peace until I know the name of my killer. Grant me this knowledge, and I'll help you in return.
Okay. Time for a murder mystery. I need to find Catherine's killer in order for her to rest in peace. Okay, what can we find on the opening? This gutter is clogged with leaves. Okay, we'll unclog it, sir. This shovel is no good for digging anymore, but I may still find some use for it. Well, do you want to take? Okay. We can go in the house or we can go over here. I am always... there may be a clue at the bottom of this fountain if I could find a way to drain it. I am always one for not going in the house first. I always like going everywhere but. Maybe I can place something here so I can reach the roof. You found a hand rake. I need a key. I was kind of expecting him to say, "Oh, the key's stuck in the hole on the other side of the knob. Gate is closed with some wire." Oh no, only whole objects can go in dimensional storage. Oh yeah, my mistake. You can't just get debris. You know, just a pocket full of leaves. Door is locked. I'll need a key. Okay. So wait, what was the item? Oh, hang on. Yeah, maybe I can place something here to reach the roof. I was thinking, oh yeah. There we go. Wire. Take the ladder. When they said, I think I'll need something to reach the roof, can we pick the lock? Nope. I was still in the whole, like, unclog things with, it's missing something. Wire. Nope. Just stand on a stool. First of all, repair stool with, what was a valve doing? Oh, okay. So you can use the ladder twice, and then you have to leave it where it is. It's a mailbot. Okay, thank you. Very helpful. Maybe I need to defragment my disk or something. It's weird that this like happens so frequently. Telepathically, there will be no more use for ladders going forward. Yep, absolutely. There we are. Drain the fountain. Hidden object time. Right, we need a Peter Gabriel. I'm gonna be burp. Sledgehammer. Chessboard. Chessboard. There's the chessboard. Like it's like one of those travel kinds. A locomotive. There's a locomotive. A hairbrush. Hairbrush. Is this a hairbrush? Necklace. Peacock. Hanger. Wait, is that not a peacock? Oh, that's a peacock. There's a hanger. There's the hairbrush. A basket. It's like a baby's pushchair here, but I wouldn't call that a basket. Car. A can. An axe. I saw an axe. Where did I see an axe? Other bird might be a pheasant. Yeah, you're probably right. That looks pheasantish. Axe. I spot. Where did I see it? Did I see it in a different screen? Okay. We also need to find an arrow, a razor, a sock, and a ship. Right. So, arrow, basket, ship, axe, key. There's the axe. I knew I'd seen it. There's the ship. Is this the basket? No, it's not. Is that an arrow? No, that's like a something else. Yeah, don't spoil things just yet, Burrick. I wanna try and figure these things out by myself first. But I will let you know if I need a hint. Thank you. You can just rest safely in the knowledge that you're smarter than I am. There's the sock. Key. Arrow, key. Arrow and key. What's that over there? No, that's nothing. That's not an arrow, is it? That's like a witch's broom. Yeah. Right. Come on, we're only missing 2 things. I was working under the assumption that it meant like a door key. Oh, there's the arrow. A door key, but it might mean a piano key or something. Or an Allen key. Nope. Good old ambiguity. It's how these games thrive, isn't it? I might just take the hint for this one. Tell us, oh mighty gargoyle. Wait, is it this? I thought that was like a... Bloomin'... Like the handle of a something. Like a really ornate spade, because of the size and position of it. There she is. Not even anything to say about the lady. It looks like there is a bit too much concealing makeup used on this woman's hand. Okay, so we know she was killed by hand crushing. Ah, this rather intricate lock is missing one ball. I need a key. Oh, we can go in this door though. Can't open this. Oh, but there is something underneath it. I can't see on top of the wardrobe. Maybe I can find something to step on. What did we just leave outside, mate? We need to tie up the curtains to light the room. Wire. I'm sure it would work. Alright, there were other things downstairs. Like here. A knife. Which may be handy in the future. A stool. A sausage. A candle. We're just grabbing everything that isn't nailed down, aren't we? No more ladders. Step stools from now on only. How much do you want to bet there is a ladder that we collect and use in the third one as well? Right, coffee mill. I know what a coffee mill looks like. So it's just a question of finding... Ah. Alright, let's pick up some other things while we can. A rolling pin, a corkscrew, a postcard. There's a postcard. An elephant. 2 glasses. That presumably means spectacles. 2 forks. There's 1 fork. There's the elephant. An entirely separate ladder, yes. I thought I saw glasses, but apparently I didn't. There they are. We also need Pepper's hammer. There's a hammer. A clover, a cross. There's a clover. Corn, we need a corn. There's a fork. There's a star. There's a horn. So we just need a knife. There's a knife. Oh yeah, you know, the same thing that they say about leather, they say about ladders. You know, ladders, you can only use them once before they're entirely unusable. We also need peppers. There's some peppers up there. A cross, a corkscrew. Are we just looking for the screw, or are we looking for... There's the cross. Are we looking for, like, one of the ones with the flappy wings? There's the coffee mill. There's the rolling pin. They love doing this, don't they? Just, like, hiding a thing in a parallel. So yeah, a corkscrew could be one of 2 things, basically. Hey, look at this. There's a cane along down here. Just to hide it. Scissors. Oh, are these scissors? No, they're not scissors. Wouldn't it be great if there was something in one of these games that somebody just misidentified? Yeah, I think they are salad tongs because they've got like forks on the end. I hope they don't think this is a corkscrew. Right. Let's be methodical about this. Actually, methodical probably doesn't work. Are these scissors? There's scissors. We can't open that drawer. Well, is it like a nutcracker thing? I can see loads of objects that are really well hidden, but obviously the corkscrew is just too well hidden for me. Excuse me? Oh, it's here. Do you see that? Right behind the gargoyle. Like, here's the head, here's the handle, and there's the screw part. See? Well, we found a corkscrew. Yeah, the thing is, like, I had kind of tuned out the gargoyle. Like, that entire section of the screen, I had, like, blinkers on. Ouch, the handle is too hot. Maybe we need single-use leather gloves. Alright. Objects should stay in a box separate from UI spec. I agree. I feel like... Oh, maybe this house is burning down too. Found a ring. Use ring on hand. Nope. I need to find the label to this bottle to know what was inside it. Probably poison. This case opens with something other than a key. Too angular to be a regular ring. Well, unfortunately, now that the...
This is a photo of my son. He's autistic. He's always been very guarded and hardly ever communicated. The thing that brought him the most joy was building his model ships. He would sometimes speak with our gardener because he was a former sailor and knew a lot about ships.
Well, thank you for sharing. Will you be the lug to my nut? Now, the thing is, Mr. Wigby didn't speak, did he? In the, oh God, we have so much stuff in our pockets. Okay, we need an orb. Just put a sausage slice in there, I'm sure it'll work. Yeah, it does feel a bit random. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a... The straw is nailed shut. I've got so many... No, not the strategy guide. Oh, did you see that the chapters are named novellas? We didn't get a hammer, did we? With like a claw on the end. Yeah, I don't know. If it turns out that he's a killer, I will humbly request you throw this game in the bin. I will obligingly grant that request. Yeah. Oh, not the notebook. I mean, if the killing is actually like properly motivated, I might be okay with it. But if it's just, oh, he was the killer because he was autistic, then yeah, no, I'm do not have the patience for that. Because the thing is, people of all sorts can become killers. Probably shouldn't, but looks like something else recently hung on this nail other than this painting. Do I have to find what that is? Ring. God, I have so many items, like nothing to do with them. Wait, hang on. Ring. There we go. We got some tweezers. Okay, what do we use tweezers for? For like undo it. Can we use those for undoing wire? Tweeze the wire. Wait, what? We have a saw. Why do we need any other tools when we have a saw? Wait, I saw a... I thought I saw a... Yeah, there we are. Oh, it's this blimmin' spade again. Just like... put a candle on the shovel. I always feel like when you make games like this, you have to strike a really delicate balance between like items and puzzles. There's a guy that I follow on YouTube. I forget his name, but he does like a series called Boss Keys, which is about Legend of Zelda dungeon design. And that series is great because he came up with this way of like mapping Zelda dungeons, based on like when you collect keys and which doors you have access to and things like that. And it's really cool. And I feel like this is one of those games that is, or this particular chapter at least, is, they throw a lot of stuff at you, but no real clear guidance on what to do with any of it. Series name and description feels very familiar. Yeah, I'll, if you're interested, Diana, I'll send you some links after the stream is done. Because it is a good series about game design. And he does some other... Wait, is there another blimmin' hallway? That's why I couldn't find anything. Because all of the... Need a key to turn on the gas in this room. Okay, maybe we don't... Lamp point light without turning on the gas. Maybe this isn't the correct place to be. Oh, and I thought I was so clever, didn't I? Right. I'm not resorting to the strategy guide. Okay, this is too hot. We can't open this until we have gloves. Unless we like use this to melt wax. Okay, why can we use? No, wire wouldn't work. Wire would just. Oh, there's the thing over here. There's a mouse hole here. What do you mean that's not quite right? Mouse hole means do I have to get a mouse trap first? Catch the mouse in the envelope. Okay, back. Maybe there's other path. Yeah, maybe like... Nope, nothing up here. So there's 3 paths in this room. Okay, so there's a mouse hole. We still need a key for the shed. We have a candle we can't use. We need... Like, because we have a lot of items, but we just don't have the items that are necessary. Because this place needs a key. This place needs a yellow marble. There's another locked door outside. We need a key to turn on the gas. We need something to open this. Like, I feel like so many of these tools would work in this situation. even if they're not the best thing for the job. You know? Oh, I just noticed that these kind of sway a little bit. That's a nice little touch. This is too hot. We have a sausage slice. There's a mouse hole over here, but we can't. Cheese doesn't work apparently. Maybe we need to put down the mousetrap first. I would expect a mousetrap to be in the shed. Looks like there was a bit too much concealing makeup. Feather. Brush it away. Nope. Is there anything on this? Oh no, this place is just necessary because we had to find the key first. There's a shovel over there. What could a broken shovel be used for? The gas key and the mousetrap are probably both in the shed. And both of those I need a... I need a key for. Maybe I will cheat and just look up the walkthrough. Just quickly. Pick up the empty plate. Okay, hammer and chisel. Yep. Hand rake. Pick up the ladder. Take the wire. Take the ladder with you. Place the ladder. Pick up the valve. Remove the leaves. Put the valve. Hidden object. House key. House key. Ring. Dining room. Get the knife. Get the stool. Get the sausage. Get the candle. Pick up the cheese. Cut sausage with knife. Zoom into. Okay, so we've got the saw. Play the hidden object. Yeah. Pick up the stool. Yep. Got that. Zoom into the. Got the feather. Got the envelope, and then click on the photo cue. Ring and tweezers. Go outside the house. Okay. Cut the cracked shovel with the saw. I am really upset, honestly, because I'm not sure that in a million years I would have worked that out. I mean, probably by... This one is a pheasant, Burrick. It doesn't... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're moving on. It's fine. That's not a broom. That's a rake. Cane, shoe, cube, lamp. There's a cube. There's the broom. There's the lighter. That's not pliers, that is a cowboy stirrup. Or I guess like a regular stirrup. Are those pliers? I guess. Okay. Cane, shoe, lamp. Cane, shoe, lamp. There's a street lamp over there, but I guess that's not what they're looking for. There's the cane. This guy has two shoes. Is this a shoe? There's a shoe. And a lamp. This? No. Let's just do a quick hint. Oh, this? Oh, I guess that is a lantern. Okay, we've got some pliers. Okay, we can use those to straighten the nails in the kitchen. Oh. It's doing it again. Oh. Right. Okay. Go in. Go kitchen. No, not here. I think one of the things that annoys me is that, like, for some of the like hidden object panels, you have to do other things to like unlock them. So you're gated behind arbitrary. We need to light the candle on a stick. You're gated behind arbitrary things. Wait, does this really not work? Okay, no. Right. Ah, okay, we do have a pot holder. You mean an oven glove? There we are. It's a stack of papers. It's a stack of papers. What else we got? 1, 2. Okay, so the captain stands at the back and the midshipman stands at the front. Oh, it's a piranha. Okay. I will not put the hands over there. This piranha can bit. What happened to the glove that I had? Oh, there's a ladder here. I'll take that. A hairpin is jammed. Something thin, like tweezers. There we are. Looks like these scraps of paper were a last will and testament. Aha. There's a cork in the neck of the bottle. We can remove that. Pop. Looks like a figurine is missing from the little boat. Okay. Enthyding can hadplen. I get that reference. Okay. So we can't do anything with this, I don't think. I think it's just like letting us know that there is a last will and testament. But Diana, it's to solve a puzzle. I'm sure the son would understand. I really wish I had an adventure game protagonist that could just like pick locks. That would make my life so much easier. Okay. Right, so we have a hairpin. We need to get the midshipman from there. There's nothing of interest on the table. There's the will in the fireplace. Yeah. We need to grab that guy. He doesn't look like he would fit in the little, Is there anything else in this room? I don't think there is. No. Can we try cheese? You can has throw ham? Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Use sausage to distract piranha. Here you go, piranha. Have a sausage slice. Yum, 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 yum. Thank you. Okay. Now he puts Sailor figurine at the back. He tweezes to me. Hooray! Found a ball. We're not. Honestly, if the kid built this thing such that it would hide an orb that would only be revealed if the captain was put in his proper place, Props to him. That's a very talented young lad. All right. Green goes on the left. White goes in the middle, but we could try. Oh, we need all the yellows on the bottom, actually. There we go. There's that. Take these ones around here. Nope, that's not what I meant. I meant that. There we go. We did it. We did it. Right. Okay, cool. Wow, he was really into his ship stuff, wasn't he? Right, 2 safety pins, a playing card, a chess figure, a thermometer, a dragonfly, a propeller. There's a dragonfly. Is that not a dragonfly? That is a dragonfly. I was just clicking the wrong part of it. Cogwheel. Compass. There's a compass. 2 tongs. There's a cogwheel. Propeller. Propeller. There's a propeller. Magnifier. Cage. Ah, we probably need to set down the cage for the mousey. Ball. Thank you, kitty cat herder. I am pretty good at those sorts of sliding puzzles. What do cufflinks look like? Is that cufflinks? That's cufflinks. 1 glove. So we still need a safety pin, some tongs, a beetle, and a key. Don't know why I said it like that. There's a key. Those tongs? Those are tongs. I did see some other tongs, didn't I? There's another pair of dividers. I suppose that's dividers, not a compass. Where did I see? Are these tongs? Those are tongs. Okay, we still need a beetle. John, Paul, George, Ringo, Pete. There's a beetle. Not a beetle, but there's a safety pin. Okay, cool. We got a cage. Excellent. Okay. I love this drawing of a mouse is very cute. I like this. We're just so bemused. We'll take a jug. We will...
This is a photo of our gardener. He was a sailor before coming to work for us almost 20 years ago. He was very nice to our son, but sometimes had a short temper if things did not go his way.
Oh, we've got a Pipe Mania puzzle. Okay. Looks like a labyrinth course for a mouse. Oh, so we need to get a mouse first. Okay, we can do that. What's in here? Spool of thread and some label. Nothing else. What's going on? We are still trying to solve the murder of this lady. Man, talk about a pipe dream. Yep. I had to look up the solution because the solution was use saw to cut handle off another blimmin' key. Use saw to cut handle off spade. Use wire to tie candle to spade. Use candle on spade to light gas. All right. Oh, we can now go and get a mouse at least, and then we'll be done. Oh, there's another. Okay. 2 seahorses. There's one. Oh, nutcracker. Soup ladle. 2 spoons. Spoon there. There's another spoon. There's a soup ladle. There's a seahorse. 3 fishes. Fish 1, fish 2, fish 3. Forceps. Are these considered forceps? They are. A watch, a scale, a braid. An iron is there. A pipe. A bow. A fan and a pan. Wait, any number of these things could be pans. What? Please be more specific. This is a kitchen. Literally everything in here is a pan. Alright, there's a goblet. Okay, it was that pan. There's a skull. We still need a braid. A braid of garlic. A garlic. Okay, no. I might just cheat for that one. Oh, wait. Nope, that's not it. Alright, show me where the braid is. Oh, I thought that was part of this, like, bowl. Okay, we found a nutcracker. Okay, so, use cage. Use hairpin. Use cheese. Use cheese? Use thread. Use cheese. Haha! I have a mouse. So we need to get the mouse to there. That has to go like that. That has to go like that. This could now go in one of 2 ways. It can either go there, or it can go there. That has to go like that. That has to go like that. That has to go like that. So then that is either there. Nope, there. Ah, these ones are fixed, so these ones can't move. So that has to go like that. Not really teaching a mouse to solve a maze, are you? Because it's just like moving in a straight line. I guess this could be level 1 of the experiment. There we go. Go on, mouse. Off it goes. Very noisy little mouse, isn't it? There we go. And we got a key. Gardener's house key. Thank you for specifying what kind of key it was, because otherwise I would not, like, there are like a dozen places we need keys for. Music note is there. Watches. Is that a watch? I guess that's a watch. There's a watch. Telescope. There's a telescope. 2 stars. There's a star. And we'll come back to that. 2 tubes. Like, there are 2 tubes in a telescope. Anchor. Hammer. There's a hammer. Flounder. There. Thread. Scales. 3 pins. And a vial. There's a vial. There's a pin. That a pin? And is that a pin? No, that's not a pin. That's a pin. Okay. So that's a wrench. There's the anchor. Now the word tube is so vague. But I cannot see anything that looks like a tube. Still need to find a star as well. Unless when they say tube, they're meaning something specific. Like a cathode ray tube, for example. Or do they mean tubes of paint? Ah, okay. There we go. Look at us. Solving like a... Where do you normally find stars? Normally I'll look up, but if I do that my model breaks, so they're probably not there. Ah, there it is. Ah, you were telling me to look up as in the top of the screen. Okay, so we have... This key isn't gonna... Oh no, this is the guy... Okay, it told us what kind of key it was. Phew. I remember being really... There? 4172. Okay. Right. Curled ribbon. Oh, not that. That? Nope. A ball of yarn. There's a ball of yarn. Eyeglasses. Interesting that it chose to say eyeglasses this time and not just glasses. There they are. The number 28. There's the number 28. 2 clocks, number 1 and number 2. A elephant, a anchor, a branch, That's a branch. Yep. A sponge, a camel, a heart. There's the anchor, I guess. A heart, a bell. They love bells in this game, don't they? Is that a bell? Nope. A ship. A ship. Oh, there. An egg. There's an egg. A cat. And a tie. So there's the tie. I feel like I saw a cat, but there it is. Right, curled ribbon. I presume what they mean is like when you take a... there it is. Yeah, when you take the blade of a pair of scissors and you scrape it down one of the things. Last but not least, we need a bell. Is that not a bell? That looks bellish to me, but apparently not. I don't know. Tell me, oh wise gargoyle. Oh, it's here, above the little budgerigar. Found a sponge. Okay. Thank you, I guess. Got a rake. Oh, he kept snakes. There are snakes in these cages. I'd better not touch them. That does sound like bad eggs. Yeah, usually you're supposed to boil eggs for 2 minutes, and then they go hard. But yeah, no, it sounds like you've got bad eggs. Okay. So let's use name tags on... No? Okay. Probably need to find a book to work out what snakes do. Unless, like, the goal is to get snake in jar. Give snake sleeping pill. I'm sure there are no issues with this. Nope. I would have expected this, like, the puzzle is name the snakes. Well, we have a rake now, and a sponge. We can use the sponge to remove the concealer from this lady's hand. There we are. A snake bite. That's how Catherine died. I just saw some snakes in the gardener's house. I should go take a look. We need to find out what kind of snakes are in these cages. That means we need the tables with the snake names and the book on snakes. Well, the book on snakes is probably in this pile. Right, a shaving brush. There's a shaving brush. 2 butterflies, number 1 and number 2. A thermometer. Thermometer. There's 2 lighters in this scene. There's one there and one down there. Oh, it's actually asking for 2 lighters. Okay, we'll take those. Mirror. Beetle. Socks. Goblet. Don't see a goblet. Is that a goblet? That's a goblet. Decanter. There's a decanter. There's a pincushion. There's a parrot. We also need a comb, a mask, a lock. These are locks, kind of. Oh, there's a thermometer. And key. There's the key. Oh no, come on. It's doing it again. It's doing it again. I should like actually, when I rewatch the VOD for the stream, I should definitely like look at when it happens, because I feel like it's getting more frequent. Ugh. Alright. So we need bolt cutters, a comb, and a lock. There's a brush in his suitcase, but that's not a comb. Is that a comb? That's a comb. Oh, thank you for... posture check. Stretch. And hydrate. So we're still looking for the lock. Oh, it's probably this thing here. Here we go. We got some bolt cutters. We can use those to get through here. Nope, that's a nutcracker. There we go. What a friendly boy! The dog looks hungry. I better distract him before investigating this area any further. Okay. Well, let's go and grab the rest of the sausage. Just an ordinary Could you take the sausage? Could you could you take the sausage with you? I feel like there is a puzzle here. Oh, he needs another slice of sausage. Enough food for one piranha is also enough food for one dog. That's how it goes. That's what they tell you at the pet shop. They're like, "Oh, do you want a piranha or an Alsatian?" Because the two have exactly the same maintenance. We're gonna drug the dog. Oh. I feel really sad about this. Public service announcement, please do not use human medicine on dogs under any circumstances, even if you're trying to solve puzzles. I don't think it works like this. Sausage? Okay. So that didn't work. So you can't just like... unless... No, I've got an empty jar. Let's go and get another piece of sausage. Try using it before picking up the sausage. Oh! I've already got a piece of sausage. Ah, that might be an idea. Okay, so I need to head back to the dog to waste this piece of sausage. Yeah, okay. I mean, surely, like, we've solved the mystery at this point, right? There we go. Sleepy sausage. 4. This is... yeah. This is excessive. Yeah. No. Human medicine is for humans. Dog medicine is for dogs. Please do not... Please just do not. Please do not. A book on snakes and a dream catcher. Great. Well, have we not solved the mystery at this point? Oops. Yeah. Never feed dog. I feel like it is Sorry, I just completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, don't use human drugs on dogs. That is quite clearly that one. One of the snakes, Cyclophios major, is not venomous. I should see if it can help me figure out how a snake managed to get to Catherine and bite her. Okay. The snake will be helpful, but I need something to put the snake in. What's wrong with the cage that it's in? I mean, surely we now know the name of the killer. It's the gardener. Hourglass.
This is a photograph of my second husband, Henry Barton. I married him 12 years ago. We did not have children, but were very happy together. But as the years went on, he started to drift away from me.
Yeah, the snakes are all nailed down. Otherwise, you'd take all the snakes. Ooh. 4172. It could be that the gardener was framed, you're right. 4 1 7 No? 4 2 Okay, 4 4 4 1 7 No. 4 1 7 Okay, so that the direction you rotate matters. Oh, okay. Just like a real safe. Dial lock. What? Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I get it. Okay. So when you rotate the outer dial, the inner dial, when these things, like, I believe the word is impinge. So you only control the outer dial, but your goal is to... I think I might have rotated it too far, which sucks because that means I'll have to rotate it 360 degrees. Yeah, I did. See, that one's dropped down and the other one hasn't. Okay. Nope. It was too far already. Good puzzle. I mean, like, it's fine. It's a fine puzzle. But it would be nice if the dial rotation was a little bit quicker. There we go. The hole in this safe leads to Catherine's room. I wonder what would happen if I put that snake here. This hole leads to the late lady's room. I need a snake to put there. Now I'll close the safe on this side. Now I'll head over to Catherine's room and see what happens. Ah, there we are. The snake slid under the pillow. I wonder where it is now. Probably under the pillow. Key.
Now I see the truth. My husband used a poisonous snake to kill me as I slept and then burned my will so he could inherit all my property. Please, you must rewrite my will so that my son will be taken care of now that I'm gone. Only then will my soul find peace.
You're moving the goalposts here, lady. Like, originally she just said, I need to name my killer, and now she's saying, oh no, you actually need to rewrite my will. A nutcracker, a feather, an oil can, an hourglass, and an envelope. Feather, envelope, nutcracker, hourglass. So we still need an oil can. I'm gonna guess that there's another hidden object scene somewhere. Probably in the gardener's house. Well, let's go and have a look. That's where I'd expect to find an oil can. Poor sleepy puppy. I mean, at least he's not dead. No oil cans in here. It's a mailbox. Okay, that's all you have to say. It is a little bit silly. Oh, hang on. I think there's an acetylene torch down here. An inkwell. Maybe that's what they meant by oil can. Okay, so we use the... Okay. Use... hey, Hanau. Thanks for joining us. Use Nutcracker to crack this. Use this over there. Then use... No? It's... Ah, okay, there we are. Okay. Why the Nutcracker? So you crack the hourglass with a Nutcracker, so that you can sprinkle the sand from the hourglass into the indentations, because, like, the, she left indentations when she wrote, and then you're trying to trace over it. There we are. I, Catherine Stewart, in the event of my death, bequeath that all that belongs to me, my house, bank account, and other worldly possessions, to my son, Ortuan. September 6th, 1905. Catherine Stewart. There we go. We did it. Oh, last thing. Blorp. There we go. Now to put this envelope in the mailbox. We did it. We got a cutscene. Oh my gosh. That is so much better than the little girl runs down ladder.
Thank you. You revealed my killer and took care of my son. Now my soul is free. Near my grave you will find something that will help you escape this cursed place.
I mean, this place doesn't really seem that cursed. It seems more like there is plenty of, like, it's a place where people get second chances. You know? With time travel. Like, this raven is not cursing us. This raven is allowing people to have do-overs, you know? Mulligans. Like, yes, they're still dead, but their kids are now safe. The curse is placed upon me. Or the curse of having to help people, I guess. Statue appears to be mourning the dead buried. I mean, to be honest, like, if it didn't actually cost me anything except time, because I never feel like I'm in any danger, really. So, like, yeah, if I could go back and help these people. If I could turn back time. Hello, Mary.
Hello. I was once a doctor when an epidemic swept through my town. I was on my way home from purchasing medicine when somebody attacked my stagecoach, and I was killed. My only regret is that I wasn't able to deliver the medicine. Please find the medicine and save those that I could not.
Oh, she was a nurse. She was a doctor. Her name was Medicine. Mary Medicine. Oh yeah, good thing epidemics are a thing of the past. It appears that someone attacked and robbed this stagecoach. Those responsible probably took the medicine with them. Get out of here, Crow. This branch could be useful. It's too late to help her, but I can put her soul to rest if I can find her medicine and save the town. This man is alive, but he's unconscious. He may be able to help me if I can revive him. The disc is wedged into the ground. The trunk lid is heavy. I need something to wedge it open. Found some flint. Right, now I'm just going to set everything on fire. Like, that seems like the way to go. This must be the town with the epidemic. I have to hurry and save the people there. Okay, we can go to the castle. Okay. Right, we need to find a casket, a bottle, a pigeon, a noose. Casket, bottle, pigeon, noose. There's the noose, there's the pigeon. Cast Revivify. Yep. Casket. There's a tiny coffin there. There's a bottle. Devivify. The evil cleric. Coins. Plate. Knife. So I was actually talking to Deer about this the other day. One thing that original D&D had that no other edition since has had was that every level of every class had a unique name. And because clerics could either be good or evil, they had to come up with names for both of them. Except they kind of didn't. With the exception of like the 6th level cleric, all of the evil varieties are just like... So like, one of them would be priest, and the evil version would be evil priest. It was pretty incredible. I'll find the full ones later. Right, there's the deer. It's me. Hang on, let me just quickly, let me... Right, I took the screenshot not too long ago. I must still have it quickly to hand. Here we are. Okay, so a first level priest in original Dungeons and Dragons, a first level cleric, was called an acolyte or an evil acolyte. Second level, they were called an adept or an evil adept. At third level, they were a village priest or a shaman. Not gonna get into Gary Gygax and all of his awful worldviews, but we'll just leave that to the side for the moment. At 4th level, they were a vicar or an evil priest. So they actually did change that one, but they still added evil to the front. At 5th level, they were a curate or an evil curate. At 6th level, they were a bishop or an evil bishop. At 7th level, a lama or an evil lama. At 8th level, they were a patriarch or an evil high priest. And then from 9th to 13th level, they just said like evil high priest or evil lama with one L. In like the Dalai Lama, it's in Buddhism and I think some other Dharmic religions. It's like the title. Yeah. So what are we still missing? Belt, tile, bat, axe. There's a bat. I feel like I saw... There's the bell. Axe. Axe. There's an axe. Yeah, but like every level of every class, there are some weird things in D&D that I'm glad... you couldn't get up to 36th level. The 13th was the highest you could go. But it was probably just like Patriarch 36th level or Evil High Priest 36th level. I can't see anything that looks like a rose. That's a tile. But yeah, like, so all of the classes had different amounts, like different maximum levels, and it also depended on, what your race was, because if you were a human, you could be any race up, any class up to any level, but if you were a non-human race, you were restricted in which classes you could take, as well as your maximum level in those classes. You were also restricted by your ability scores, so you couldn't be a fighter if you had low strength, for example. There are lots of things in like original D&D that I'm glad they did away with. Yeah, and I think just like have any race be any class. Yeah, in the very original, elf, dwarf, and halfling were classes rather than. Yeah, that was in like before it was its own thing, when it was just a supplement for chainmail. But yeah, I'm glad that they did away with those things. I mean, there are still requirements for multi-classing, like you have to have a minimum, a minimum charisma if you want to be a multi-class bard, but doesn't super matter for single classing. Yeah, early D&D, like, okay, so when you say early D&D, I usually refer to original D&D, which is not the first version of D&D that there was, because there was the chainmail supplement. Yeah, the thing is, even when you say first edition, usually first edition refers to first edition advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Second edition, third edition, fourth and fifth, which we're currently on, those are all the editions of advanced Dungeons and Dragons. But before them, there was the chainmail supplement. Then there was original D&D. Then there was D&D Basic. And D&D Basic I know very little about. Oh, there's a rose. Okay. Oh, we got an axe. Okay. Can't cross the gap, the bridge up. Take the spade. Oh no! Someone just pulled the ladder out of my reach. And the hand, it didn't look human. D&D Basic came out after AD&D. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, in any case, I don't... okay, I've got a disc. Set this man on fire. No. Maybe the epidemic is werewolves. Half zombie, half cyborg. Oh, there's another... Okay. Dolphin. Goblet. That's a little goblin, right? Oh, come on. D&D Basic was basically a continuation of the original D&D rules, which continued beyond 13th level. Okay. I see. But yeah, the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons editions are the ones I know the most about, and occasionally I look up OD&D stuff just for the memes, but... But yeah, honestly, you could tell me about any sort of bad design thing in original D&D or basic D&D, and I would probably believe you, because like there was a lot of weird clunky stuff that was a holdover from when it was a tabletop war game. Oh wait, I found a cup, not a goblet. Is that a goblet? No, that's a candlestick. That's a goblet. Right. There's an arrow. There's a crown. There's a wheel. It's released in stages, so D&D Basic to 3rd level, D&D Expert to 13th, and D&D Companion, which went to 25th level. Interesting, interesting. I mean, those collectively are referred to as D&D Basic now, to differentiate them from all of the other editions of D&D. Horn, hand, lion, pipe, peep, peepé. 9th level D&D, basic and original, just turned into a tabletop game. Yeah, because the thing about D&D was that in the earliest editions, which even went up to AD&D 2nd edition, charisma was only really useful for hirelings, because you would just try everybody was squishy, so you just wanted to like hire foot soldiers to take the brunt of your work for you. I thought I found a hand, but apparently I did not. Still need to find a nest, and a whip, and a hand. Yeah, getting, like, recruiting hirelings and building fortresses was considered, like, the main thing in D&D, like the top level thing. Can we? We can axe this branch. There we go. This branch could be useful. Okay, use axe. This branch could, okay, we'll take. Do you want to take it? Do you want to chop it up? There we are. It's just you have to click in the correct places. There we go. You got a stick. Kind of game mechanic sounds fun. I mean, I think there's lots to like about the older editions of D&D, how they worked. I mean, in 3.5, thieves kind of sucked at higher levels because they couldn't recruit anyone other than thieves. Yeah, I mean, D&D Basic is a good place to start for that, because like it was released as like a box set of a bunch of different things, like just so that you could get it out of the box and play with it. So I am honestly kind of stumped by this. I only have 2 screens to work with. I've taken the branch. Don't use the branch to... Oh wait, there's a whip stuck under the wagon wheel. Can we use the stick to... There we go. Got a whip. Can Indiana Jones this. What we do is we go whip, whoopish. Then we head in. Get ready for combat. It's going to be a Zamboni. There's something at the bottom of the cask. Can we... Nope. Oh, it's a Towers of Hanoi puzzle. Okay. Right, so... Need one more disc. Okay. Take the poleaxe. Lever doesn't move, something impedes its path. Use the stick to pry it out. Nope. Can't reach this bucket. Use the stick. Use the poleaxe. Take bucket. Use bucket to empty thing. Take disc. There we go. Okay. So top to there, middle to there, that to there, that to there, that to there. There we did. What did that do? Oh, okay, that released that, which let me... Okay, that put the drawbridge down. Can't pull this nail out with my bare hands. Axe! Stick. Yeah, different classes have, like, different experience requirements for different levels. I don't know, I might do a stream at some point where I just go through the old editions of D&D and just, like, talk about all the weirdnesses. Door is locked from the inside. Have to break it down. Okay. Oh my goodness, what is this place? I'm sure you can guess, buddy. Oh, this is a bit grisly, isn't it? I was worried this game might not be spooky enough. Right, playing card. Cockroach. This place is really cluttered, isn't it? Also need a bracelet and a candle. And a scroll. And a wheel. Oh, there's a bottle. An onion. Poker. Is that a poker? That's a poker. A glove. A second edition multi-classing is weird. Moth, moon, moth, cage, eye. There's a cage. Heart, apple. Ow. Oh, excuse me. There's the candle. There's... We don't need the arrow for anything. There's the glove. There's the heart. We need a cockroach. Where is a cockroach? There is a cockroach. We need a bracelet. Now, bracelets tripped me up in the last game as I think in both of the last games actually. Just because it's so ambiguous what could be a bracelet. Scroll. There's a scroll. I need a wheel. There we are. Oh no. Right. Still need an apple and an eye. The apple of my eye. There's the eye. It's like a Eye of Horus kind of thing. Apple, 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 apple. There it is. Got it. I got a cannon wheel. Need a key. Always need a key, don't we? Love needing keys. Indentation here that looks like a coat of arms. Well, we don't have that yet. We can go this way. I think I need some firewood. Hammer. Not quite sure how to use this. There's a hole in these bellows. Okay, so the goal is clearly to collect, to get the forge working again. Ordinary drain, well, that's the torch chamber. There's nothing we can do up there. Can we go up here? We can. Oh, there's a skelly man. Sad. Door is locked tight. We'll have to find another way to open it. You mean like a cannon? Boom. Cannon needs to be prepared in order to fire. Okay, so we're going to need to find like gunpowder and a cannonball. I like that we just like barged in here and just started ruining things because we're like, oh, you know, we're solving problems, solving puzzles. Something about this bolt. Hammer? No. Thing is, I have a lot of things that seem like they could function in very similar ways. So we still need firewood. Can we just use stick as firewood? No. I need firewood. Not sure how to use this. And we need the repair the bellows. Okay. Don't have anything to... This is... There's nothing we can do with this. And there's nothing we can do with this. Chain? Ah! There is something we can do with this. Prison cell key. Fun fact about cat girls. I mean, I could talk about how there was like this pillow looks suspicious. Yeah. I found a hacksaw. Nice. Oh wait, there's something in the Iron Maiden, I think. A jewel. I'm gonna be honest. I think I mentioned to you, dear, that I don't think I've ever seen a non-ironic use of catgirls in media. I suppose a fun fact would be that that meme or that Tumblr post that went around a while ago, which is like cats don't eat mice and small birds because they enjoy it, but because it's easiest for them. And so it's unlikely that cat girls at human size would enjoy the taste because, you know, they're much larger now and with tools at their disposal, including opposable thumbs. They're much more dangerous and can take down much larger prey. Syringe, pasty, pigeon. 2 stars. I mean, I could tell you an interesting fact about cats. I know plenty about cats. Those coins? Skull. Bull. Leaf. Mug. Right, we still need star, coin, snake, rope. No, star, pliers. Pliers. What are pliers? I'm not... That was rhetorical. I know what pliers are. I should be evinced by the fact that I found them. Is this rope? That counts as rope. Cool, we did it. You found pliers. Okay. We're going to use the hacksaw to cut through the bolt, I'm sure. We can now go in there. Oh, there he is. Hey, boy. A werewolf. Is that what's responsible for all of this? I think that's Mary's medicine bag, but how can I get it away from the werewolf? Nope. We don't have a ramrod. Is this going to be okay? I'm sure it's fine. Kaboom! Okay. Hatch ring. Crossbow. 3 arrows. 2 shells. A button. A France. 2 cats. Pistol. Crown. A raven. There's a lock. There's a pistol. I can see England, but that's not a France. There's a cat. Meow. Crown, raven, I guess. Crown. Chain. What do they mean when they say hatch ring? That is a weird expression. We need a crab, we need a rose. That's not a rose, that's like ivy. There's a rose. Blue rose. We need a knife and a crab. Arrows and shells. Eggshell? Nope. Is that a hatch ring? I guess that's a hatch ring. Alright. We still need to find some arrows. There's a kukri, that's a knife. There's a heart. There's a shell. Is that a shell? Oh, there's a crab. Okay. There's a cat. Meow. That's not a shell, is it? No, that's a horn. Is that a shell? There's a snail down there. Snails have shells. There's a fan. Oh, I don't even know like what kind of shell I'm looking for. Shells are so varied. Oh, there's a France. See? There's the France. It's just written on the wall there. Oh, there's a chain. There's a button on the hilt of this sword. Right, we just need to find 3 arrows and a shell. 1 arrow. I'm sort of expecting them not to be objects, but to be hidden in the environment. There's one. Okay, so we just need 1 more shell. Might cheat for this one. Nope, there it is. Anything else we can do? Cannonball is stuck deep within the wall. I can't pull it out without some help. Just grab a gun. Just kill the werewolf. Broken pickaxe. Haha! Nail. You always need something else, don't you? I wonder if the puzzle is now going to be light the forge so that you can... Nope. Light the forge so that you can... Is there anything else in here? No. Okay, so we need to patch up the bellows. We need to... Oh, what would the pliers be for? Nothing in here. I think I need some firewood. Okay, okay. Is there somewhere we can get the coat of arms to open up that thing? Nothing in here. We'd need a nail. But, like, we're trying to activate the forge so that we can make a nail. This place is still... No, I don't know. Do we have anything to wake this guy up? Smell of money, perhaps? Can we leave this open with the bayonet? Okay, needle and thread. And a purse of silver coins. Okay. Ah! Aha! Is the goal going to be to... Looks like a claw mark. Yep, we've already worked that out. Okay. Are we gonna, like, melt the silver coins down? What's a needle and thread gonna do to help us? No, we have to nail the pick together, don't we? Nope. Okay. What if he's a wolf? He could be a wolf wear. We don't know. I mean, to be honest, like, a silver bullet's probably gonna seriously hurt a guy either way. Ah, okay, no. We can use the needle and thread on the bellows. There we go. That's now airtight. Not quite sure how to use this. Okay, so we probably need to... I think I need some firewood. Let's head back to the wood. That could be good firewood. Nope. Okay, we can't just, like, chop this tree up. Nope. Don't know. Wonder how effective a silver bullet would actually be. It's soft metal, sure, but it's also quite dense. I mean, when you think about it, lead is the preferred material for bullets normally. That's quite soft, but the thing is that it's very heavy. I don't know. I think it would probably lose its shape pretty quickly. But if you shot somebody from point blank with a silver bullet, it would probably be fine. Okay, we've got a sword. What do we do with sword? We don't have any firewood. What's in here? I might consult the walkthrough again. Wait, there's not just like a... There's nothing we can do in here, is there? Ah! Pliers to get nail. Okay, and it's frozen again. keep in mind, modern bullets, sure, but we are talking. This is the 18th century, when bullets would just have been like lead balls, without much much work done to them. No, not that. I don't know. I feel like in the modern day, a silver all that's left is to hammer it. Bonk, bonk. Okay, we've got a pickaxe. And we've used up our hammer. More stuff. Okay. Golden coin. Candlestick. Handprint. Gargoyle. Does this count as a gargoyle? Nope. Bow knot. Dragon. There's a dragon. Oh no, that's not a dragon. Garlic. 11. Glove. I've seen a glove. No, that's a gauntlet. Gauntlets are not gloves. Oh, is that a bow knot? That's a bow knot. I thought I saw a glove like draped there. Spear. There's a spear. A moth. They love moths, don't they? Thanks, dear. Well, what is a bat if not an enormous moth? Mace is next to the halberd. There it is, thank you. That's a mask. We need a map. We need a fan. We need a bat. So we're just missing... There's a gargoyle. And a dragon. This could be a really young dragon. Is it on like a coat of arms or something? We sure it's not this? Where dragon? Where dragon? What is this? Is that it? I guess that was it. I got a golden coin. Can we use the pickaxe on this? Okay, we've got a cannonball. Okay. Brr. I don't know how any of this helps me. Ah, okay, coat of arms. Now we can go in here. Ooh, a sliding puzzle. My favorite. We'll use the... I was going to say we'll use the rope as the thing, but this one doesn't seem to have a rope. Oh no, yeah, that's why. There we go. Okay, let's see what we got. Gunpowder. Argentum bullet. This book says that a werewolf will be killed with silver. I need a gun charged with a silver bullet. Okay. The knight is missing his sword. Let's give him a sword. A puzzle piece. Thank you. Some of the pieces are missing. Puzzle piece. Golden coin. Okay. Firewood. Excellent. Okay, golden coin, umbrella. Bellows, clover, buckle. There's the golden coin. There's a fan. There's. Okay, we don't need a swan. We need an eagle. Bellows, glove. Hat. Candlestick. Tablecloth. Is that a tablecloth? I guess that was a tablecloth. There's a brush. There's a scorpion. Alright. Moth. Fish. Seahorse a fish. Oh, apparently not. Fish. Ah, they're asking for a snail. I saw a snail. Where did I see a snail? There. Oh. There. Is that a buckle? That's a buckle. Candlestick. This. No. Candlestick. Right, we still need a clover. And an eagle. There's the eagle, I guess. And a clover. Might just cheat for this one. If I don't see it in the next 5 seconds. There it is. Another golden coin. Okay. Should be something to insert into these round holes. Okay. This bird has no eyes. There's an empty space on this bookshelf. Well, we didn't take the werewolf book, did we? Ah, we did. We do now. Puzzle piece. Perfect. Oh, is it a match 2 game? Okay. Nope. Gold coin, thank you. Some of these puzzles do seem to be like use thing on thing, get thing. Use thing on thing, get thing. Oh, we got a gun. We've got our gun. Oh, but we need we need to bring the silver bullet here. That is actually like a really nice piece. Like this drawing. I like that. Okay. Binoculars. There's an hourglass. There's a seahorse. A scroll. Some scales. A letter. A shell. A jewel. A cock. A mask. A oh, there's are those binoculars? Nope. A cane. A lyre. A lion. a leaf, a cat, a tie. Binocular. Well, I mean, there's a sextant here and a quadrant here. We can combine those to make some binoculars. There they are. Jewel. Use jewel on bird. Get instructions to forge a silver bullet. Okay. Can I take those? Nope. But we do now have the instructions. Okay. Firewood. Flint and steel to light it. Bellows. Now I can craft a silver bullet. Mold there. Silver coins in there. Melt that. And pour. And then we have a bullet. Okay. Now we can take the bullet back to the... Ah, okay. No, we put the bullet there. Then we put gun there. Bullet. No, gunpowder. No? What's this? Ah, put barrel on gun. Put gunpowder in gun. Put bullet in gun. Ramrod. Pistol. This might be handy in the future. Okay, so now we just kill the werewolf. Poor guy. You found the vaccine. And smelling salts. Hooray! Now we can... Smelling salts this guy to wake him up. I don't want to wake him just yet. I need to give him the vaccine first. The vaccine against werewolfism. There we are. We did it.
Thank you. The medicine reached the town and saved many lives. My soul is free now. There is something at my grave that should be able to help you.
The thing is, for the other two, although there was, like, you know, we saved a girl who potentially grew up to be very, I don't know, we don't know what she might have done with her life. And then the other one, we got a guy arrested. But in this one, she saved many lives. I have to imagine that there's some sort of butterfly effect going on there. Where, like, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's not just as simple as, oh, there's one person and you've got to resolve their unfinished business. Because, like, Ms. Medicine, probably, to be continued. Yeah, there are actually more Redemption Cemetery games. This isn't the only one. Congratulations, you have successfully beaten the game, can now access the bonus content. Sure. Oh, I like that. That's a neat little thing. Where it's like chained across and now the chain is broken. The extra levels haven't been completed. There's also music, wallpaper, screensavers, concept art. Oh, no, I've got to completely... Okay, well, let's play some extra levels. Well, what do in the extra levels? Flowers. Vase looks rather brittle. Okay, well, let's deface a grave, I guess. We earned that grave. You know? A balance figure. Okay, sure. Pruning shears. Scales are too far away. Okay. I will not play this for too much longer. I feel like we've beaten the game, so you know we can call this game done. I'll just do a little bit more of this. But yeah. Actually, you know what? I think I'm getting a little bit tired of it now. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. Thanks everybody for joining. I hope you've all had a fun time. I definitely have. Yeah, no, I think these games are pretty neat, all in all. I was expecting very low quality, and I was pleasantly surprised. I am going to go have a snack and then go to bed. I'll be I'm streaming like every other day this week. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing more Shadow of the Comet. So if you like spooky point and clicks that are occasionally incredibly opaque, join me tomorrow. On Thursday I'm going to be doing Ghost Stories with my good pal Barak. And on Friday I'm going to see if I can get a Game Boy Color emulator to work. Because I want to play Alone in the Dark, the new Nightmare. Because apparently the Game Boy Color port is actually kind of good. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, thanks again for joining me. I hope you have a lovely evening, and until next time, stay spooky. Stay spooky.